Oh man, I really want to upgrade my computer, but I don't know where to start. Well, if you're having the same question, the itch, I call it the itch, right? I got this itch to upgrade, bro. Maybe here's some things you can do before you decide to upgrade. Try and figure out what is actually holding you back. What's the bottleneck? What is not performing like you want it to perform? Because the best part about computers is it's personal. Personal computer, PC, not politically correct. Because gamers, I've seen your chat logs. I know what you said in those MW2 lobbies way back when. Let's say you are still on a hard drive. Get one of these. These are called M.2s or NVMEs. They are significantly faster and they will save you load times in Grand Theft Auto 5 and especially Grand Theft Auto 6 whenever that comes out. Let's say you've got an older graphics card, right? This is a GTX. I'm going to say get a graphics card with ray tracing. Basically that means like any of the NVIDIA from the 20 series and up, like a 2060, 2070, 3070, 4070, 5070. Like you've got lots of options. You can choose to buy new or you can choose to buy used. If you're gonna buy used, probably go like Jawa.gg or like eBay. They got buyer protection. And Jawa, not a sponsor, but that'd be freaking dope. Now if you're a fan of AMD, you're kind of limited to the 7000 series and the 9000 series of graphics cards for ray tracing. But from what I've seen and everybody else has seen, the trend in PC gaming is they're requiring ray tracing. Real quick, with a graphics card, try to get 12 to 16 gigabytes minimum. A lot of these games nowadays, like you play on medium settings and you're almost reaching 8 gigabytes of VRAM. So, like I said, try to get 12 to 16 gigabytes. But also that kind of does depend on your resolution. There's not a really big VRAM jump from 1080p to 1440p, but if you want to play 4K, maybe be towards that 16 to 20 gigabyte range or even more. But the more you spend, the more you get sometimes. Because like from the 5060 Ti to the 5070, you lose 4 gigs, but it's faster. But whatever, NVIDIA is silly. Let's say you're on like a mid-range CPU. You can always upgrade that, bro, and it's probably going to be cheaper than whatever generation you bought it from. So for example, if you're in 12th gen Intel or like AM4 and you're on like an i5 or like a Ryzen 5, maybe get like the Ryzen 7 or get like the Ryzen 9 or get the i7 or the i9. 12, you could even do, like if you're on 12th gen Intel, you can buy 13th gen and throw it in there. Now with like RAM, there's DDR5 now, and DDR5 is a heck of a lot faster with the mega transfers. Like for example, most common probably DDR4 is like 3200 megahertz to 3600. I've seen DDR5 go up to like 8,000 mega transfers, but like probably the most common one is probably 6,000, like in the 6,000 range. Basically, I don't even know if it's worth it to go to DDR5 because then you'd have to build a whole new platform. Unless you're on the Intel platform and you have one of those motherboards that supports DDR5. But I would say bare minimum for 2025, you want 16 gigs of RAM, and 32 is probably the new sweet spot. So, but just going forward, try to have 32 gigs. Most important thing with all these upgrades is you need to make sure your power supply can actually handle it. So I like to use like the Cooler Master website, and it'll tell you like the base wattage, And so, like, for example, if it tells you your base wattage is like 400 watts, that's when your computer is idle and not really under load. I like to over spec my power supply, like, because you never know what sort of surges and spikes that you're going to run into. So, like, for example, if Cooler Master, the website, says 400 watts, I'm probably going to buy like a 600 watt. I like to buy about like 20 to 25% more my power supply. And honestly, if you buy a bigger power supply, that means you can get a bigger graphics card later on. If you thought this was helpful, let me know down below. My name's Clay from Epic Tech, and like I really enjoy this hardware stuff. I'm not really big into the programs. Like part tech reviewer, part gamer, more of a VR gamer. So like if you've never seen this channel, please leave a like down below and hit the subscribe button, bro. Like, I'm a realistic gamer, bro. I don't have the budget that these other YouTubers have. Like, I've got a few VR sponsorships, but I don't have any for like computer building stuff. Like, I would love an AMD sponsorship. AMD, oh my god, bro, they changed my life when the first gen Ryzen came out. Alright, once again, my name is Clay from Epic Tech. Comment, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out, y'all. Stay epic.